Slanjavai everyone, welcome to Whisky and Synths. This is the channel that blends whiskey drinking with music making. Alright, today I've just got a wee gentle IPA. I'm not drinking any whiskey today, I'm keeping it chill, but that's good enough for this quick video. That's the top 10 things new music producers should learn to get them started in the right way. So the first thing you're going to want to learn to do when you're making music production is lay down that foundation of rhythm by learning to make beats. And I'd suggest throwing up a drum rack or drum machine in whatever DAW you're using and learn to program in beats. Learn where the kick drums go, the hi-hats go. Learn about velocity stocks that control how hard it sounds when the drums hit. It'd be good if you could learn to play in the drum notes with a MIDI controller, or sometimes your computer's keyboard lets you do that. That'd be cool. Now, if you can draw in drum notes and play them in, it's good to learn how to quantize them. That snaps them to the grid and makes them sound more in time. And there's a great resource called Attack Magazine Beat Dissected that shows you templates and guides for making beats in all genres. So check it out. I've left the link in the description below. Now you've got your foundation of some solid beats for your track, probably going to want to add that bass. So you'll want to learn how to load up a bassline instrument, choose a preset, and how to draw in or play in the MIDI notes, which is quite a similar process to how you do it for drums. You'll also want to learn how to tweak the preset on the bass. You can make it your own. Now you've got your beats, your bass line, you're going to have the catchiest element of all tunes, the melody. Now that's the part of the song that sits on top, that you always remember. It can be sung by a person, or it can be an instrument that's playing it. And what you want to do is make it sound catchy, sound cool, and learn what instruments fit best for a melody. If you're doing electronic music, a lead synth would be cool. Maybe a piano sound would be cool. I'll leave it up to you. So you got beats, you got bass, you got your melody. What's cool in the background is a thing called a pad. Now the term pad comes from orchestral music, where loads of strings would be used to pad out the arrangement of the song and sound really luscious and beautiful and kind of soothing in the background. Or it could sometimes sound spooky or eerie. So you can choose a pad sound in your DAW to add that kind of cool, thick sound and dreamy effect in the background of your music. Next up, we're going to get to a bit everyone loves in music production, sampling. There's two different forms of sampling. Sometimes you can just drag in a cool loop of music, a sample, and let that loop around and use that. That's pretty cool. Or you can get even more creative and use a sampler. That's like an instrument, and you drop in any audio sound. It can be a bit of a famous song, it can be the sound of a piano, it can be something you've recorded on your phone and put into the DAW, and then it's in the sampler and you can play it on your keyboard now. So samplers allow you even more creativity than just using loops. Definitely worth investigating. Also, to add to that, you can get 70,000 free samples, 70,000 at musicradar.com. I'll drop the link in the description for you. So now you've got all these cool things going on in your music. Next up, you're going to want to learn about audio effects. This is when you can add cool effects to your sounds to make them sound extra special. Like reverb will make it sound like it's in a room of your choice. It could be sounding like a small room or a cathedral, or there's crazy reverbs like cosmic space reverb. You can use delays, which sound a bit like echoes, chorus, phasers, which sounds like a laser gun but kind of cool, and there's all sorts of effects. Learn how to put them onto a channel, but also learn how to use them on return channels. That's a great thing to know too. Now you've got all these loops of music, you've got effects on them, it's sounding awesome, but it's not a song yet. You're going to have to learn how to arrange it. So I'd suggest learning how to arrange your song in the style you want. Pop songs have a classic kind of arrangement. electronic music is a different kind of arrangement. It's quite easy to find templates online and use them to make your loops into a song, arranging your music. You've got to learn to do that. In your arrangement, it's also cool to add automation, and what that does is it changes the sound of something over the length of your song, and you can decide how it works. A classic example of this is at the end of your song, the volume goes down and tails off like that, and that would say the volume's automated at the end. That's a good simple example of automation. Everyone's heard it in every 80s song ever. So your song should be pretty much put together. Now you want to focus away from this creative side to the mixing side, where you sort of put on your engineer's hat and learn how to mix things. Start off by learning how to do a mix down. That's pulling down all the volume faders and bring them up one by one to get a nice balanced mix. Learn how to do that, and learn how to pan things left or right. So if you're wearing headphones or speakers like these, you'll hear the sound coming out one of the speakers a little bit more. You have to do that on everything, but it can help widen your mix and make it sound more three-dimensional. As well as learning how to mix, you're going to want to learn how to EQ things. This lets you cut away the bass from a track, or pump up the high sounds in it, or the mid of it, pump it up so the voice sounds a bit more ooh, like that. And you're going to want to learn how to EQ, because carving away unwanted sounds and boosting sounds you want can emphasize things in small ways and make it sound all the better. Last thing on this checklist for new producers, I know it's a lot to take in, but this is the last thing you're going to want to learn at the moment, is about compression. Now sometimes compression gets confused, like, oh, it makes things louder. It doesn't, it actually makes things quieter. A classic example of how a compressor works is, imagine an old movie set and there's loads of people around, but there's one microphone in the middle, okay? So the person standing right underneath it is going to sound loud, but all the people over here won't sound as loud because they're further away from the microphone. So they actually had to put a compressor on that, and it would make the person standing underneath the microphone sound quieter. So it meant if that person sounded quieter, they could turn up the overall volume of everyone. So it squishes down sounds that get too loud, and then you can bring up the overall volume of the sound. And it can have a cool effect of controlling the sound, making your drums sound more tight and punchy, and many other uses as well. Slàinte mhath, everyone. Thanks for watching this video about the top 10 things you need to know if you're starting out in music production. My channel, Whisky and Synths, has loads more videos about music production, about cool music gadgets, got artist interviews with cool artists, we've got all sorts of things, even footage from live gigs and how to set up a live music production system like this one here. All kinds of things like that, and I hope you like them. So if you like this, thanks for watching all the way to the end. Remember, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you won't miss out on future episodes. We've got loads of videos coming up. Enjoy your music production, enjoy your whiskey, enjoy your synths. Thanks for joining me today.